and gentlemen, let's go. You and I tuned into the streets all day, Minister.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker.
Minister Jap. This is Church Radio Live, niggas. Home of the real fucking talk.
Church, check in. It's your boy Minister Jap. Listen, I know y'all been looking for me, but at the bottom of this video, in the description section, you'll see where it says follow me. You can follow me on all social media platforms. You know, make sure you click the links in the description so you can get in touch with me and get in tune with everything I post at all times. You never know, the haters might try to take us down. Also, make sure you follow my backup channel, Minister Jap Church Media. Follow the channel now. We are not going nowhere. We're here to stay. Make sure y'all paying attention. Church on the move. Peace.
Minister Jap, I'm talking to you, nigga. Yeah, I got a kid. I got 2 daughters and a son. You hear me?
Black women are bad mothers.
And that's why you having a baby by the motherfuckers you had a baby with is your fault. That's why you being a single mother is your fucking fault. That's why being a baby daddy ass nigga is your fault.
Live from the church.
Church, check in.
It's Minister Jap.
Black women, they're some of the most worst bitches on with money, but yet they're still taking trips and they look fly doing. They are the flyest, brokest bitches you're gonna ever deal with.
On Minister Jap TV.
Church, check in, man. Church, check in. Yeah, you already know. Church, check in. Yeah, man. Listen, if you want to see the rest of this exclusive content, you gotta go over to my Rumble page. The link is in the description. Go over to Rumble right now. Uncut, raw, unfiltered, straight cooking. You already know. Migrating over to Rumble, so y'all better follow, subscribe now. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter. Get right or get left. We out. We here. Heavy talk, real talk. Heavy talk, real talk. Live in the flesh. Shout out to Chief Rocker with the 20 on the super chat. Showing love off the rip. I got Django in the building, FD Sacks. Niggas wild, man. FD Sacks. Shout out to Reason over there on that Rumble. Make sure you following Rumble. It's important for you to be following Rumble today. Right. Right. All right. All right. No intro needed. You already know, man. Talk to me. We got to talk about this, man. Who is raising these kids, man? Who the hell raised these kids, man? I'm gonna walk this one down slow. We got time today. I got a lot to go over today. Minister is well rested. I had a migraine out this world yesterday. You know, I couldn't give y'all the energy that y'all needed. So, you know, I already know it's gonna show on camera that I'm in pain. So I'm like, let me chill. So, we gave you some of those Patreon classics. Make sure you over there on Patreon. If you rock with us, you definitely subscribe to the catalog. Dig, fam? You dig, fam? All right. A few days ago, maybe yesterday, a woman was walking her children home from school. And I seen this area. I can't pinpoint exactly where the hell it is, but I've seen that area before. And I wanted to say I thought it was Jeffrey Manor, but they keep saying something about Deering. I never heard of a Deering area of Chicago, but we got a lot of little names of these little towns. But we like on paper it might say something else, but the people we call it something else. We give these little towns and areas its own nickname. We got areas like Jewtown, you know what I'm saying? We got Ragtown, you know what I'm saying? We got the Hunnits, they might call it something. They might call it Gresham, or they might call it, West Pullman, you know what I'm saying? Or the Pullman area. You'd be like, what the fuck is the Pullman area? Then you'd be like, oh, nigga, Hunnits. But a mother was walking her two children home from school, and I believe they were getting bullied, and the school did nothing about it. And upon walking her children home, the kids were attacked as well as she was by a bunch of little nigglets. And a lot of people are in an uproar. A lot of people are in an uproar right now. And I'm seeing the comments. Man, this is sad. This is a damn shame. I want to let you guys know something. And this is the sad truth about this. This is the sad truth about this. This ain't new. In Chicago, this is normal. I remember walking home from school. Motherfuckers getting jumped. Shit, I even got jumped. Motherfuckers getting chased. I done seen parents get jumped by kids. 8th graders, 7th graders. This is normal. This shocks you all because now we have social media and it's going viral. I come from an era where going home was one of the hardest things to do. Some people joined sports just so they didn't have to walk home. Because walking home was crazy. We used to have police all over the place just to walk home. Some kids join after school programs just to not walk home with these niggas. Because the parents were at work, couldn't pick them up. Walking home was very dangerous. I've seen slashings, stabbings. I've seen girls do the lock in the sock. A lot of y'all might not have seen that. They take a master lock, put it in 2 socks, and these hoes was beating each other bloody. I've seen this. Walking home was wild. 8th graders rolling blunts. The kids that's kicked out of school would wait until the kids that were suspended would wait until school let out just to walk home and start shit with the other people who was in school. You would see people who were expelled or who dropped out and still hanging around when we got out of school, high school, grammar school, same thing. Shout out to D. Berry Hill with the 10, man. We say respect for the game, TBAS. I hate to shock you all even more. This is regular. Now, I'm not saying this to diminish what those kids went through and what that mother went through. No, not at all. But what I'm letting you know that this is normal. Whether it be the west side, south side, east side, not too sure about that north side. It's a little bit more eclectic, you know. But they probably have they drama too. North side is a whole different world. South burbs, west burbs, Indiana, Hammond, Gary. These things are normal here. Walking home from school is the most dangerous shit. Being a young black child. This is why I preach about family structure. If the families were structured right, the mothers will be able to go pick up their kids, you know, while the father will be at work providing. I mean, you know, things of that nature. A lot of the reasons why a lot of people move out of the inner city is because of those walks home. Because I remember when they let us out of school, the whole neighborhood would be terrorized. What they let us out about, like, I think like 2:45, 3. The whole neighborhood will be terrorized. People fighting on your grass, people doing doorbell ditch, you know, all types of craziness going on the side blocks. Once the kids get out of school. And a lot of kids, you know, especially the kids that were good in their in the books, you know, they would stay in the school till the coast is clear. You know, that's why a lot of the after school programs was really helpful. Kept a lot of kids out of trouble. It kept a lot of kids out of harm's way. I have nothing bad to say about this mother except for she's being a single mother, you know, but she still cared enough to go get her kids and walk them home. And I posed the question on who is raising these little bastards. The black single mother is raising some of the most evil, demonic, emotional, disrespectful, violent human beings known to man. I have literally witnessed mothers who will drag their kids out of their house, walk them up the block, and encourage them to start fighting other kids. Not go march your kid to the mother's house or y'all go sit down and say, hey, these kids bully. No, the mothers will be outside provoking and instigating more violence amongst kids. So the kids are already knowing that there are no repercussions in the household for violence. And I'm not saying defense, I'm saying just to be violent. The black single mother is a violent creature. So what she will produce will be a violent creature. Shout out to Steve, man, with the 5 to say Section 8 EBT and SNAP is dead. Is a dead end cycle that keeps this ish going on forever. Precisely. This is the product of government assistance. This is what government assistance, I appreciate that 5, family. This is what government assistance produces. This is what government housing produces. Doesn't produce character. Because a woman is at the driver's seat. Her emotions are just as violent as these kids. These kids are a reflection of their mother. Whether they be a boy or a girl, they still react like how their mother would. These are the mothers who go off at Walmart because the coupon expired. You know, these are the ones that will turn a traffic stop into an all-out shootout. You know, this is what they are raised with. So in their minds, they feel that they're doing right. Jap, would you exercise restraint if a group of kids tried to jump you? Fuck no. Times like that would be a good time to have pepper spray. The pepper spray or the belt. These kids are listening to King Von, NBA Youngboy. These kids don't want to get money. They want to catch a body. Shout out NBA Empress with the 10. Say, my worst time of the day to travel is around 3 p.m. Crowded trains and streets full of unruly children. Yes, riding the train, commuting back. When them kids get out, because they get free bus passes from the CPS system, and a lot of inner cities do that, where the kids they get a free bus pass, and they just be on the buses and the trains acting acting a complete ass. You know, find the parents or have them do weekend stays at 26 in Cali. We're going to talk about that. Shout out to Terrence with the 5. Shout out to Terrence. Lord Bison with the 5 to say, going to school in the 80s in LA, I had to walk through a Crip hood, and I resided in a blood hood until we moved to the burbs. By then, I had a job in a car. Yeah, man, that's why a lot of people move to white areas. Your kids run people out. Your unruly kids ruin businesses. We don't have a Walmart in the heart of the South Side because of badass kids that came from Simeon, which is Derrick Rose's high school. They would literally get out of school, walk over to Walmart, 100+ deep, and raid the place. That is the product of single motherhood. Now we're gonna pick through this story with a fine-tooth comb. I'm letting you know in advance that the second half of this program is when I get into detail and I start showing you actual kids committing crazy violence and stuff like, because I've done the research on this school and these kids walking home and what goes on with these kids that go to this school. I forgot what the name of the school was. But YouTube has a strict policy on kids' fights, and I won't show that here on YouTube, but it will be shown on Rumble. And I will let you know when it's time to go over to Rumble so we can finish the discussion. I ask that all my mods make sure that you spam the chat when it's that time with the Rumble link for the idiots in the audience that don't know how to hit the link. But we're going to talk about these badass kids. These kids are bad. I thought we were bad. We cursed and stuff like that, but we cursed to each other as kids. Now, these kids curse at adults. They have zero respect for adults, the elderly, whether it's mothers, anything. Everything is a joke. And now that now that they're putting everything on social media, they will take things to the extreme to go viral and have fun with their their little friends at school. They have no respect. And that starts at home. You know, school doesn't teach these kids character. The character, the morals, that comes from the parents. And if your mama is encouraging you to be overly violent because she is, then this is what we get. I talk to teachers, fam, who are in the CPS system, Chicago Public Schools. And they say the hardest thing about teaching these kids is dealing with their mamas, because they're young mothers. And one thing you're not going to get from young mothers and just mothers, period, of these days, of this ilk, is an apology, accountability. She won't even adhere discipline to her child. If the teacher said that the child is doing wrong, no. These parents, when they come up to the school and the teacher wants to tell them what their kid is doing that's bad or whatever like that, the mothers take the kid's side. The teachers are getting cursed out by parents for unruly children. The teachers don't even want to even be bothered with it, because where's it going to go? The mother is not going to believe that their kid can do no wrong. Because when you're telling them that their kid is out of pocket, they take it personal, like you're saying it about them, which it is in all reality. That is a reflection of you. So when you're talking about the kid, the woman feels like you're attacking her. And what does she do? Like any old hood rat, Keisha German Shepherd, she's going to lash out. Kid coming to school late all the time. Your kid unruly. Don't want to sit down. None of that matters. Are they doing their homework? Okay then. They turn in their goddamn homework. It's always an excuse for the bad behavior of their children. And you can see that even with that's the same pattern that leads up when these kids get locked up by the police. I'm going to do a video on just this alone, but there are stories of kids robbing houses and getting shot and killed, and the mothers are not saying, I'm sorry, my child, I never raised my child to be like this, you know, apologizing to the old man who might have shot and killed their kid. No. You know who they blame? The old man. They was just coming in to rob you. You ain't have to kill him like that. That was just too much. I think it was a story of some kids that ran into a house for a home invasion with BB guns and got killed by an old war veteran. The mothers are trying to sue him and get him prosecuted for murder. A big issue is the influx of women teachers and not enough men. Every level of school, I had a few father figure type ones. I didn't have a lot of male teachers. Well, black male teachers that had some white guys. They was just some corny ass dudes. Yeah, and then like the few male teachers I had, they were leg crossers. You know, we had like a dainty ass English teacher. Always had women teachers. Whether they were white women and black women, they was just women. You know, we had male gym teachers and shit like that. You know, male coaches, but all the teachers was bitches or dudes who resembled a bitch. Teaching is that's one thing that they gotta start recognizing, that teaching has become a very feminized profession. And that feminine energy doesn't pump fear into these kids' hearts to where they can stay in line and stay disciplined. You know, it's a very emotional environment for them. You know? But the teachers that I speak to, they say the hardest thing to deal with is the moms. When they come to parent-teacher conference, they come on attack mode to attack the teacher for maybe it's a letter that the teacher may have sent out. You know what I'm saying? So now teachers are starting not to give a damn. You know? They tell these kids, put your phones down. We reading chapter 5, blah, blah. These kids on their phones and shit like that. When they take their phone, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the type of shit that used to happen. I remember I had a Game Boy in class. I'm in the back of the class with a Game Boy. Teacher took a Game Boy. Now, if you try to take a kid's phone, they'll fight you. You know, they used to take your, like, I had the Game Boy. They took the Game Boy, say, you want to get your Game Boy back? Call your mother and father. They got to come up here and we got to have a meeting. That's how the old school schooling used to go. Shit, when I was in Catholic school, they used to whoop us. I had a teacher named Miss Black. Went to this school called St. Colubanus. And this teacher named Miss Black. Nigga. She was the dark-skinned sister. With that Carol Mosley Braun hairdo. Yeah. I'm talking about black. With that deep burgundy red fingernail polish and burgundy lipstick and that loud traumatizing perfume. She didn't hit us with a yardstick, my nigga. She used to beat us with a fraternity paddle. In the front of the class. Do you know how many times I was getting my ass whooped in Catholic school? This shit was so crazy. If anybody, I don't know if they did this at every Catholic school, But after you got whooped in Catholic school, it's not over. Y'all thought it's over? After you get beat with that paddle, and the paddle had air holes in it. So, look, she had the paddle right on top of the chalkboard. So when she go like this, it's ass whooping time. Jap, come to the front. Shit! Everybody laughing. Ooh, you know that's a school. Ooh. Pullback game, crazy. She bringing it back to slavery, nigga. She bringing this shit back to the Tation, nigga. You like, you light skin, I'm gonna put some black on you, nigga. Pow! And she would pull back, pow! I think she loved that shit. Y'all thought it was over after the 10 lashings. No. Not with the old school schooler. Then after you got your ass whooped, you just have to go sit on this thing called the hot seat. I'm not sure if any of y'all went to a Catholic school at one point in time. Yeah, it's called the hot seat. Do you know what the hot seat is? The hot seat is a red bench right in the middle of the hallway, right in front of the principal's office. So every bad kid who was acting up, whatever grade you was in, you would have to sit on that seat till the principal comes to see you. You thought it's over after that. All the kids walking past laughing at you because you're on the hot seat. The embarrassment. After the hot seat, because you got your ass whooped, you got embarrassed in front of the whole school, all grades. The little girl you wanted to holler at, like, that nigga be on the hot seat too much. The little girl you was trying to get at recess, oh, you couldn't get at her now. Is that the girl mom be like, is that little boy that be on the hot seat all the time? You be talking about? Stay away from him. So now you're on the hot seat. Then I go to the principal's office. And she be like, I heard what you did. I'm calling your mama. I'm calling your daddy. It's not over. It's not over. Heard you was mouthing off to your teachers. The principal then relays this message to your parents, and they're like, oh, don't worry, you won't get no more trouble out of him. Birdman hands. I promise. I'll be there to pick him up. Let him know I'll be right in the front, ready to pick him up. You got a whole nother 5 hours of school left. Shaking in your boots. Head down, you walking down the stairs, you see your people's car, you hop in the car, you try to hop in the back, because you don't want none of that side action. You know, Pops will dent you in the chest real quick. On the side, what the fuck you doing? You want to go sit in the back? Hey, adjust the mirror. Oh, you know when we get home, it's me and you, right? Yeah. You want something to eat? It's your last meal for your ass to get tagged. Like, yeah, they're Go get you some McDonald's, go get you a Happy Meal. You're like, oh, I don't think I did that bad. Bullshit. Bullshit. I'm breaking this shit down so vivid because I can remember it now. You get home, you go to your room, they try to prolong it. Now your parents talking, you know this motherfucker was doing in school, yeah, oh my God, what the hell was he thinking? You just listening in your room. Pops come in, boom, door open. Big dick. Big belt buckle. Leather belt from Texas. Rodeo edition. Looked like it said, I think the belt might have said bad motherfucker, came with a matching wallet. Whippets your ass. Good 10 minutes. Switch hands. You go to school the next day, everybody's still laughing. You quiet as a church mouse. That's how you curb conduct. You can't do that no more. Yeah, championship belt. You can't do that no more with these kids. These kids got rights. I didn't have rights growing up. These parents scared of their kids. The teacher's scared of these kids. You say, Jap just triggered my PTSD. I'm just telling you how it used to go. You know, if the neighbors saw you doing some shit, they would go tell your parents. You know? I saw Jap running down the street with them boys over there. I just want to let you know that ain't what he need to be doing. What? Okay. I told that little motherfucker. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's how shit used to go. Even if you were fighting, this is how good parenting was. Even if you were fighting and you were justified in fighting, you would still risk the possibility of getting your ass whooped by your parents because they say, why you ain't walk away? You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be out there doing all this. But Pops, they hit me. Man, I don't want to hear that. You need to walk away. Go on somewhere. You shouldn't have been around them. You should go the other way. You know what I'm saying? They will always find ways to make you listen. They didn't want you to be no violent motherfucker because they were like, hey, they don't want to see you in the Audi home. They don't want to see you in jail because when the police pull up, everybody going to jail. That's how they looked at it. So even if you was justified, you win in fights, you're going to go home and have another fight that you're going to definitely lose. Said, I'm going way back in grammar school, 1974. My principal was named Mr. Andrew, rest in peace. He was tall, light-skinned, like Superfly, and mean as hell. Yeah, man. But it wasn't that they were mean as hell. They were just adults. They wasn't trying to be friends with the kids. See, we need principals like Mr. Clark. And when I was digging into this story, I found out that Joe Clark was a real person. The character that what's my man's name? God damn, man. I don't want to say Samuel Jackson. That's not Samuel Jackson. What's dude's name? The dude who played Joe Clark. That's a real character. Morgan Freeman. The guy Morgan Freeman was playing an actual person in was it Patterson, New Jersey or something? Eastside High. You know? That was a real dude. They used to call me Crazy Joe. Now they call me Batman. He wasn't friends with them kids, but he had respect. You know? They had respect. Now, when you see the footage of these neighborhoods, the people who lived in these apartments, they looking out the window, they see what's going on. They don't jump out there to stop it. Because the parents, which would more likely be single mothers, will come out and say, don't you be touching my kid. And it just causes more problems when you side with the kid who is doing wrong. And that's what single mothers do. That's why their kids are unteachable. They have no discipline. They have no discipline. You know? They're able to run around and act a fool with immunity. But a lot of this starts from the poverty mindset, the Section 8 mindset, the EBT mindset, the cycle. This is how you know these women don't love these kids. Look at the results. Look at what these kids are. They're terrorizing people. Even if you cross the street and go the other way, these crazy kids will follow you. Shout out Staff Music. I remember back in the early 90s of elementary school, we had 2 6-foot-plus black male principals. They looked like NFL players and did not play. There's not enough masculine energy in the school system to offset the soft feminism because these kids are trying women. I guarantee you, if it was a father walking his kids home, those kids would not have tried that. For all you strong black women, I'm telling you right now, harsh truth, you can't do it alone. You can't defend yourself against an 8th grader. Hang that strong black woman shit the fuck up. For good. When you can't protect yourself from an 8th grader, let alone a grown man. Now, it's a shame that it happened to this woman, man. And her child. You know, I'm hearing things. The woman had sickle cell. Some mixed reports saying that she was pregnant. And she's saying she wasn't pregnant. She looked pregnant. But she might have some type of ailment. I'm hearing about sickle cell. I'm not too sure how that works and how that kind of affects the structure of the body. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. I give her more respect than I give a woman that's had an abortion. At least she loves her kids enough to where they say they're getting bullied. She gonna go up there and walk them back home. I can respect that. So I'm not gonna completely bash her situation. The only thing I can say that I wholeheartedly disagree with is black single motherhood as a whole, period. Period. But this poverty mindset, this EBT bullshit, this Section 8 bullshit, it's become a disease. It's become infectious. It become a cycle. And this is its offspring. Because I guarantee you, these women are not sitting down, having dinner with their children, helping their children with homework. These children are left to raise themselves and figure it out. That's why I said, you're not raised when you're dealing with a single mom. You're just surviving. You're just making it. And Lord knows our women have the tendency to pick the dumbest of nigga, the worst of nigga to have baby with, and yet play the victim. Accountability. Black women will never take. If you are looking for an apology from a black woman, hold your breath. You will never get an apology from a black woman. You will never get accountability, take ownership, from a black woman. She will always be in defense mode to protect the raggedy image that she has and find some way to justify why she is so raggedy and make you look wrong when you are logically and soundfully right in whatever you're speaking on. You're never going to get an apology from a black woman. So hold your breath and don't even work. They're going to still try to find ways to say how good their kids are and this, and this. They're not going to tell you about the disciplinary actions they're going to take so this doesn't happen again. And even when it's discipline, this is what is so fucked up about the black woman as a mother. Just to show you she disciplines her kid, she will broadcast it to the world. How many times have we seen the black woman whoop her kids online, embarrass her kids online? Family business is family business. But we talking about the same group of women who would show half of their naked body at any given moment for a like or a share. So of course she's going to throw her kids under the bus. Of course she's going to, embarrass her kids for a viral TikTok video. This is what black women do. The absolute worst mothers possible. This is why they need husbands. The black mother has to be chaperoned just like a child. You cannot put her first in command. You have got to delegate tasks to her. And you have got to triple and double check her work at all times. You have got to oversee what the hell is she doing with these kids. Situations like this is a big reason why I'm going on record to say this right now. DCFS needs to visit every single mother 2 times a month on the well-being of these children. Not when something is going wrong in the school, call them. No, they need to be proactive, not reactive. If you're on government assistance with a kid, that what should come with that is DCFS coming to your home 2 times a month. Checking on the well-being of these children, checking on their grades, and how they're conducting themselves. Seeing if you even know as a mother where the hell these kids are right now. Checking to see if they've been picked up by the police for truancy. See, they have got to have an overseer of the black single mother. Because when you leave her alone, this is the results that you get. I need y'all to turn my chat room up. We're walking this down slow. It's going to be a great lecture today. Turn the chat room up. We're going to talk about these badass kids y'all raising. Okay? Hit that like, hit that thumbs up, hit that share button, hit that super chat, hit that cash app. Let's get into this work.
Special delivery.
It's the 126.
Cut that shit up, Beso.
Where's my bitch? Open the foot the hoe. Nut up in the throat. Where's my bitch? Open the foot the hoe. Nut up in the throat. I'm not rich. Open the foot the hoe. Nut up in the throat. Where's my bitch? Open the foot the hoe. Nut up in the throat.
Popping it, drop the top on the coupe, can't stop it. We take it, hook, get sloppy. I send a shooter, go find me. Chopping it, I'm on the smoking this out of shit. Wanna know where your bitch, she been sloppy shit. Pulling up, drink, this is out of shit. Taking up, chill like a pilot, bitch. Where did your bitch go? She went to be a hoe. Stack up the cat cut, I gotta get the dough. Take all the shit, this a broad day kid though. Feeling drunk back to back, take all the info. Which way, wet way, where did your bitch go? Stick out the house, stuck dick on the tiptoes. You RTM is sliding in Lambos. Cut on my big shit, turn to a fat hoe.
Where's my bitch? Open the foot the hoe. Nut up in the throat. Where's my bitch? Open the foot the hoe. Nut up in the throat. I'm not rich. Open the foot the hoe. Nut up in the throat. Where's my bitch? Open the foot the hoe. Nut up in the throat. Bitch on rich. Bitch on rich. Bitch on rich. Where's my bitch? I'm fucking the bitch. Where's my bitch? Where's my bitch? Where's my bitch? Where's my bitch?
Shout out to the church, man. Shout out to my brother Yada, man, coming through with the 20 on the super chat. Much love and respect. Say Yada's in the church. Much love to Yada, bro. Much love to Yada. Much love to Yada, bro. Yeah, say Lil RT. You know, Lil RT is a product of his mama. His mama is his manager. That's why he raps like how he raps. His mama say it's cool. Tell you a true story. King Von's baby mama, the one, I don't know how many kids he got, but she was like she was in the military. She looked good, I ain't gonna lie. You know, she looked all right. You know. The one that's in the army and shit like that. Had her head on straight. I don't know why you have a baby by a damn serial killer, but that's the black woman. She posted a video. I don't know if it was TikTok, because she blocked me after I put this comment. She responded to me and blocked me. Like most of these hoes when you hit them with the truth. Her son was on the football team. And the coach was doing what coaches do, which is yell at the players when they doing some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, to toughen them up and make them, you know, make men out of them. You know, I think it was something about, he kept asking for a drink of water and all that. And he was just being a fucking wuss. And the coach was giving him that work. And she didn't like how the coach was talking to her son and, you know, kind of leading her son to say the same kind of things. And she said, I'm taking him out of football. You know, it's just too aggressive and it's just too, I'm like, bitch, you were in the military. Now, this leads to that. What's going on in boot camp? Is boot camp not yelling at motherfuckers no more? Has the military got soft? Shout out to Kaffir for the two on the Cash App. Has the military gotten soft to the point where they don't, you know, yell at nobody no more? Or, you know, are they scared to get in your face? Because for a military woman to pull her son out of football over a coach yelling, that's what coaches do. Basketball, it don't matter what you put them in. The coach gonna coach. Y'all saying the military got moist? The military soft as fuck now? Okay. So I can't even give her that military credit. I see why she pulled her son out of there. So I left a comment like, man, you know, you probably need to keep your son in football around a male figure so he doesn't end up following his father's footsteps. You know what I'm saying? Either being dead or in jail, and have some discipline and structure in his life. She got the popping off single motherly and then blocked the nigga. Now, what was she raised? The black community already then made this man, King Von, some type of hero, memorialized and put a mural up and all this. This is a serial killer, man. Ain't killed nothing but black folks. Wasn't like he was riding for, riding on the KKK or something. No, he was killing niggas. Young kids, too, like, you know. I think he went to like a graduation party or a prom party or something and shot a nigga in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. We have some hell of a heroes. Tell you that, man. Not even over no money. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't about getting no money. So I don't respect none of these kids. They ain't getting no money. They just want to catch a body. But you'll pull your son away from a man that's trying to instill some tough love, some values, some accountability, some mental strength. So he won't be breaking down. So when the coaches tell him stop all that crying, you the one just want to hug him. That boy gonna be soft as sherbet. And probably as violent as a hyena. That's what single mothers raise. I don't care how much money you put behind it. They don't know what the fuck they're doing with these kids. They need not have them. Now, when you see King Von baby mama on the internet, they might have on matching Burberry outfits and smiling and shit and this, and this, and yeah, look good for the ground. You become mama's luxury. You your mama's Yorkie, nigga. So he won't ever have he won't know what being a man is. Because anytime manhood is shown to him, it scares the mother. It scares the mother. You're not breaking this cycle. You already had a baby with a serial killer who is the product of another single mother who was married to a hustler, which was his daddy. See how this goes? And his mama ain't no better. She look good as hell. She just online shaking ass and showing off shit and going live like the rest of the young hoes. She like Blueface mama. But it's that EBT shit, man. It's that speaking of EBT, man, these hoes is over here talking shit about once they got their EBT back, these hoes acting crazy. Look at these motherfuckers.
Food stamps, so what? I get all kind of snacks.
Fat bitches, see. I bet you she got 3 kids. We got to stop funding.
Okay, y'all just mad because I get 3 canned food stamps. So what? I get all kind of snacks while I'm sitting here chilling or whatever, paying no bills. No bills. I'm on government assistance. My son back there with his snacks. Government assistance, 3 canned food.
3 canned food stamps. Little sissy ass little boy in the cut. It's only a few ways it's gonna go for that young man. Dead, jail, or gay. That chick that hit that man while driving on TikTok. While driving on TikTok live was a grandma. Y'all got to send me that link. Send me that, Empress. Send me that on Twitter so I can see what you're talking about. Sounds crazy. Yeah, 3 ways to go: dead, gay, or in jail. Some of them might be gay in jail. Some might end up dead in jail. You know? Well, let's get into this, man. Black single mother, a 9-year-old son was attacked by students coming home from school in Chicago. And again, like I tell you, man, this is some normal Chicago shit that, you know, I'm not saying they're blowing it out of proportion. I'm not saying that. This is just the first time you all get to lay eyes on what it's like walking home from school out here. You know? This is why a lot of people don't like to move around schools. A lot of people don't like to buy property that's around schools within walking distance because these badass kids they let out and they walking home and they live walking distance and your house is there. Yeah. They're terrorizing all the property. They all up through the grass, they acting a fool, they all in your back, they running through your backyard, opening your gates, running through, like, dude. It's crazy, man. Shout out to Lawrence with the 5 and say Pookie and Ray Ray kids. It's crazy. That's why a lot of people don't move around where schools are. Because that it's about a 2 to 3 hour window where it's just chaos till the motherfuckers go home and get situated. It's fights, it's all types of shit. Motherfuckers eating, throwing wrappers and throwing bags of chips all on the lawn. Sodas all over the place. These kids in 8th grade already smoking 3.5s, blunt rolling. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. It's different. It's different, man. It's like, welcome to the jungle. It's wild, man. You know? It's wild. Then, you know what I'm saying, your kid get into it with somebody, they know where your kid live, they'll be waiting for you. Like, I remember one time when I think I probably like 5th grade, I got jumped by some motherfuckers. I thought the coast was clear. We walking home and shit like that. So my homeboys and them, they go home, I go home. I'm like, all right, cool. Them motherfuckers was waiting for me in front of my crib. That's how this shit is out here. The motherfuckers, they know exactly where you live at. They just sit there and be chilling in front of your crib. Now, your parents at work and all this shit. So what you got to do, you got to take that till the neighbor come out and break that shit up or disperse these motherfuckers. But that's the type of terrorism that kids have to go through just to walk home. But with this, with the way that this footage is going, you know what I'm saying, and the way that, you know, the social media aspect of it is, y'all get to see, you get to see firsthand how it went down. And it's like a culture shock to some people, like, whoa. But the people in LA, they be like, man, that's how that shit be kind of going, man. People in Chicago are like, you know, they had protests, but it wasn't like no George Floyd type shit. And it wasn't like that. It wasn't like a huge protest, because to your average Chicago person, it's like, this is kind of normal. This is kind of how I grew up. You get talking to people who went to school around, they like, yeah, man, it was kind of rough going home from school, man. School and these schools kind of prepare you for jail. Walking in single file lines, the lunchroom is like the chow hall. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's kind of similar to jail. You know what I'm saying? Bells ring, everybody go, stand outside or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Everything was on a timer. Like, it's kind of like jail. Real talk. But yeah, man, this is some BS, man. But salute to baby girl, man.
Rage in South Deering tonight. A mother and child beaten on the way home from school.
The attack.
What side of Chicago is Deering on, man? Because when I saw that, all I was thinking was, is that Jeffrey Manor that they at? Because them places, them houses look like kind of like them little row houses that be over there by Jeffrey Manor. But you keep saying Deering. I don't know where the fuck that's at.
Was caught on cell phone video and has sparked demands for immediate action. Casey Cronus is live at Chicago Police headquarters with the latest. Casey.
That's right. And community members, as you mentioned, they want answers. Now, Mayor Brandon Johnson and other elected officials tonight are
Southeast side, next to the bird. Southeast side. So you said next to what bird? Southeast side. Because when you say southeast side, all I'm thinking is you saying close to Indiana? Southeast side. South of the Manor, 103rd and Torrance. By the Mexicans. Damn. Okay. Skyway, 103rd. Oh, that is okay. It's a police station right there before you get to the bridge on 103rd. When you coming off of, what's that? Is that Torrance? To the right on Torrance, 103rd. Then you go over the bridge, CTA. So in that area, to me, that always been the Manor. I would have called that the Manor. See, they be having other names for these blue hoods, but I would have called that the Manor. It looked like the Manor.
condemning the attack as well, calling it.
I know what you're talking about. Because it's a police station right there before you get to the bridge. So you saying turn right. Because it's a park right there. Matter of fact, yeah, okay. That area. So yeah, it's Mexicans and blacks over there. I know that to be a fact. Because my brother used to live on Chappelle. My brother used to live on Chappelle when he stayed in the Manor. So I know what you're talking about.
Deeply disturbing. And we need to warn you, it is heartbreaking to watch this video. It happened yesterday, shortly after school dismissal, and we have blurred and frozen the video before things escalate.
See, yeah, I'm glad they blurred it and all that. But, you know, we going to, again, make sure you already are following us on Rumble, because we're going to watch the real situation. We're gonna watch the real fights and all that. I got some other uncut kids going crazy type shit that I'm only gonna show on the Rumble side. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you know when we're gonna migrate right over.
Kids began following them, then started punching and kicking the mother and son.
They fought my son. They hit my son first, all in his face. Then they.
See, these are the mothers of Chicago. This is what I'm trying to tell you, man. We're doomed.
Drag me in the grass and put.
But I give her respect. She cared enough for her kids to go get her kids and walk them home. You know? So I do. I'm not going to. Plus, she's a victim. She's a victim of what single motherhood produces, man.
My little baby here. I'm trying to get justice for my son. I'm thankful for everybody that came out here today to support me.
Plus, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to go too crazy on her because she is sick. She got sickle cell, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not evil. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got respect. She walk her kids home, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I respect.
Community members rallied outside the school to
See, yeah, this ain't a real big protest. Now they outside of the school, which I kind of don't see the point. Kind of don't see the point of marching outside of a school. The school didn't do anything. Because they outside the school screaming, no justice, no peace. And I'm like, what are y'all going to shut the school down? This doesn't have anything to do with the school. The schools do not. It would be nice. But they don't build character in kids because once they try to get personal and personable with kids, it's these single mothers that say they're crossing the line. It's the laws and legislations that say that these parents are these teachers are crossing the line and by overly getting involved with kids. So these kids are not getting them teachers like, you know, the Mr. Clarks and shit that, you know, actually give a damn and who will pull up at your house and sit down with your parents and shit like that. You know, they're not going to do that because they met with resistance, lawsuits and all types of things, you know. They lose their teacher's license and all that. So they're crippled by the system who won't let these teachers be teachers, just like the cops can't be cops.
With the boys' parents calling for justice. Korshonda says her son has been bullied at Bright and claims the administration isn't doing enough to protect him. We have Chicago Public.
Now that could be justifiable. That could be justifiable. It could have been a situation where they called in both parents, all the parents, and the kids, issued fair warning to the kids that are the aggressors, that are the bullies, that, hey, if we get word that you all touch these kids, this, you will be expelled, you know, and we will recommend you go to juvenile or the Audi home. I don't know if they still got the Audi home no more. If you're from Chicago, you know what that Audi home was. They used to scare us with that when we was young. I don't know if they still got that no more. I don't know. Like, you keep messing up, we're going to send your ass to the Audi home. That was like it was two places that you didn't want to go. And I think the Audi home was like an alternative type of jail school for really bad kids. And then it was this other place called Pace. I think Pace was maybe in Blue Island or something like that. But if anybody said they came from the Audi home or they came from Pace, they was damn like gang chiefs at school. Ain't nobody said nothing. Oh my God. If a motherfucker said they came from Pace or the Audi home, they was like the chief or whatever gang they was. Everybody fell up under them. They was untouchable. Everybody was scared. This motherfucker crazy. He was in the Audi home for 2 years. Like, what? Look that shit up, man. It's an Audi home. It's like Audy. It's called an Audi home in Chicago. Then you had another place called Pace, Pace. But that shit was like alternative school or whatever like that, man. I never had to go there. I think the worst I ever got in school was one time I got suspension, and it was an in-school suspension. And I remember I had got one suspension, and they had to reverse it because they was wrong for giving me that suspension. And my father had my back on that shit. And they couldn't do nothing about it. That means put the profit over people's safety. Definitely should be shut down. Completely unequal protection. Man, you shut down these schools, you got a bigger problem. These kids are out in the morning doing nothing. That's why I said, I don't know you should be trying to shut the school down. What you trying to do? You know, they need funding. They need like top flight security with bear mace. Walking these kids, standing on every corner, on every block till the coast is clear.
Community members rallied outside the school today with the boys' parents calling for justice. Korshanda says her son has been bullied at Bright and claims the administration isn't doing enough to protect.
You was from the hood. Who remember the last day of school? The last day of school was one of the most dangerous days. Who remember the last day of school walking home in Chicago? Boy. Oh my God. The last day of school, they would have police everywhere because that's when it's going to go up. They about to send it up. They niggas used to be like, hey, well, we gonna meet in this alley. We walking this way. We gonna be in front of this store. Man, you better have got a ride on the last day of school. You do not want to be walking on the last day of school. The last day of school, even the teachers packing up, getting up out of there. That's when them kids get to popping off with the teachers. Then I remember it got so bad, they had to implement something like if you got caught fighting on the last day of school, it's just going to carry over into the next year. So you wouldn't even start. You wouldn't even start on the first day. You probably had like 2 weeks suspension. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it was crazy. 80% of us black men were raised under single mothers, including myself. I played football and worked in and never really listened to my mom. Simple things like going to the store was a life or death. Shout out to you, bro. You survived single motherhood. Much love. Yeah, you would start off the year either suspended or expelled. You know what I'm saying? If you got called, you probably have to switch school. You know what I'm saying? But they was that last day of school was wild. It's wild. Niggas talk about the purge. Nigga, that shit was wild. Wild. Yeah. Let's get back into this.
Him. We have Chicago Public Schools response, but first, a local rapper, Lil Zay Osama, is now coming forward to help. He says he wants to fly the mom and son to LA for dinner and Christmas shopping and has a message for.
Shout out to Lil Zay Osama. From what I heard too, they moved. Shout out to black folks. This is one thing I will say about this whole situation. Black folks actually did something good for this lady. I don't know if it was a GoFundMe or whatever, but they put a lot of money together for this lady, man. They moved her out of the projects. I seen videos of the moving trucks. Got her a car. Her cash app was going crazy. And they she moved her. That's the thing too. I'm wondering where they moved her. She'd probably be better off in Indiana. A little bit safer in Indiana. There's still niggas out there on that bullshit, but not like Chicago. Not like Chicago. You know. Not like Chicago. But you take that shit to Wisconsin or something.
Other children listening.
It's just something that shouldn't be going on. Kids should be able to go to school and be comfortable walking home from school. And
shout out to Lil Zay, you know, one of the drill rappers in Chicago, you know. He reputable, you know what I'm saying? I can't knock him for doing something, you know. Most motherfuckers are making it rain on strippers with their money. You know what I'm saying? But salute to him for, you know, helping out. You know, he could be bailing out his homies, you know, who shooting up clubs. But, you know, gonna take these kids Christmas shopping and all that. The holidays coming up, you know. But, you know, I can respect it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got other older black folks with money that ain't jumped in. So why am I gonna diss the young dude? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's doing the smart thing like Chief Keef. He moved the hell out of Chicago. He does a lot of reckless stuff like that, but within time, hopefully, you know, he can curb that because, you know, everybody watching Lil Durk's situation, you can't troll murders and stuff like that online and through your music no more, man. You're going to catch a RICO. But I can't diss him when we got LeBron James ain't stepped up. We got, I mean, real black figures. Derrick Rose. We got all types of people. Now I ain't gonna even diss Derrick Rose because Derrick Rose did pay for Lil JoJo's funeral. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, this is something I can respect. Especially when it involves kids, because people know I love kids and I hate to see kids go through anything, you know what I'm saying, of harm or danger.
At school learning.
We got Twister, we got Common, we got Kanye. I mean, you know, I be seeing people in the comments, they would say, oh, he's just doing this for clout. If he is, he's doing it. You know? If he is, he's doing it. What are you doing for that lady? You know what I'm saying? I got my own family I got to help out. I wish I could do something for the lady. I don't have anything I could do for the lady right now. But bring awareness to it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, kids of that age should not be doing things like that, especially to an adult and to their peers that go to school with them. That's crazy. That shouldn't be happening in our community. We got to do better.
A CPS spokesperson tells us in part, we are horrified by the attack on this family, and we are working collaboratively with city departments and agencies to provide support to the victims. CPS is coordinating closely with the mayor's office, CPD, CHA, and others.
I'm going to tell you, with a mayor like Mayor Brandon Johnson, coordinating with him is not going to do anything, because Mayor Brandon Johnson is soft on crime and even softer on children committing crimes. We have these hostile teen takeovers where they over there breaking in 7-Elevens, shutting down streets and stuff like that, attacking people. We say kids do stupid things sometimes. You know, they're not criminals, they're not monsters. No, these little motherfuckers are monsters. Raised by monsters.
City departments to provide
raised by monsters.
Additional support to the family. In his statement, Mayor Brandon Johnson also said that we cannot normalize this type of behavior. There was an increased police presence near the school today. Reporting live outside CPD headquarters.
And there's another thing. Shout out to FBA, because this is what I'm proud of with my city. Even though this is a terrible situation, I'm proud of my city for actually doing something that was righteous. Helping that lady out, helping her move from that community. Because I'm going to be honest with you, with this being in the headlines like that, she's not safe and them kids still not safe. You'll see that on the second half of the show, and I'm going to show you why. She will never be safe living over there, shopping over there, going to the grocery store over there. She will never be safe. You don't know about the other dynamics of these hood rat mothers. When the cameras go off, the mother's going to probably try to go attack that woman for putting their kids on blast, for bringing all that negative attention to her kids. So she and her kids are not going to be safe. Salute to the FBAs, because I'm going to tell you this. Wasn't no tethers there to help. No tethers No foreigners. Were there for the call. I promise you that. I promise you that. You see, every time we have a situation, they ain't never there. Don't expect them to be there either. Aline with the 20, man, say the mom could squabble and she wasn't trying to protect her kids. That's why you need a father to teach the kids fighting tactics, and your kids need friends that will get down too. This is BS. I will put fear in them with no mask. Now, here's the thing. It's a lot of kids. If she would have whooped them kids or harmed them kids, she would have been in trouble, and she would have probably lost her kids. It was a lose-lose, man. It's a terrible predicament to be in. It's a terrible predicament to be in. Because even if you lose, you lose. Even if you win, you beat these kids' ass, yeah, you're going to lose in court. Kind of like with fighting a transgender or a rainbow man. You lose, yeah, you lost with a transgender. Transgender whooped your ass, bro. Rainbow boy whooped your ass, bro. You beat him to a pulp. Hate crime, bro. Why you had to beat on a transgender like that, man? He's a transgender, man. That's what they're gonna say. Why you had to whoop on the kids like that? They're kids, man. You know, I wish he would have took an Uber home. Well, who knows their circumstances? But again, FBA, black folks, Chicago South Side black folks showed up. Not no tethers. I don't hear shit. They're gonna have all the comments about our community and this one thing. When it's real, we stand with us. Y'all don't stand with us, so fuck y'all. You know, that's the only thing is you're in a bogus predicament. You know, because you're hitting on kids. They're going to be like, oh, this woman, when they put in the headlines, this woman attacks these kids and this, and this. All they had to do was just cut off the beginning, and then all you're going to see is a woman beating up on some kids. You know, that's what would have happened. If she would have beat those kids, they would have played the video starting from when she's just whooping on kids. She'd have been on the news talking about these kids came over here trying to attack her, and it'd be like, and then the narrative that we would have had from there was black woman is just out here whooping on kids. Black woman walks her kids home and walks up on the kids that was harassing her and she whoops them all. Then people be like, what's wrong with our women? They just want to call the police and this, and this, and they just want to go out there and beat on kids. Bam, you got to understand. I seen this in real life. Chicago is different. These kids are monsters. Trained by a monster, the black single mother. Shout out to the 500 people we got in the room. Let's keep this thing rolling, man. Turn the chat room up. Hit that like button and hit that share button. Let's go.
After an attack on a mother and her 2 young children. You can see in this video here where it happened in the South.
Okay, let's skip the video because you know how YouTube plays.
Where this happened, Sade, we're learning this is not the first time that this specific group of kids attacked someone.
Exactly, Marie. The large group of parents were out.
He say it's not she FBA name, it's his stage name. You know, if you know that you know Tariq Nasheed is not his real name, bro. I'm not gonna put his real name out there. That's y'all already did that. Stop it, bro.
Outside of the school calling for accountability. They say bullying has been a problem at the school, but now it's crossed the line into violence. The mother, who is also the victim, has been at the school all day talking to authorities.
Damn! Crack, 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 damn!
See, this is the type of shit that's going on with these schools, with these kids. Skip past that. Okay.
Outrage among many parents.
I couldn't sleep. I was traumatized. I could not sleep. I couldn't believe it.
Shanice Davis lives in the neighborhood and says she recognizes the attackers.
This is not the first time the kids have done this.
Listen to what they said. It's not the first time these kids have done this. It's not the first time. This is not the first time. This is how these kids do. I'm telling you, this is just the first time you seeing it.
You know, just talk around the streets that these kids have pretty much been raising themselves and they have not been.
God damn it, they saying everything that I've been saying. The kids raising themselves. No parenting.
Held accountable. They have vandalized cars.
The protest needs to be against single motherhood.
Have harassed adults and children.
One day after.
You want to wreck your kid's life? Raise them by yourself, young lady. Keep all women energy around them kids and them kids will be failed. And there are enough simps out here to where you can get you a stepdaddy. Stop playing. It might not be a church nigga, but God damn it, you can't do it alone.
The attack, demonstrators showed up at Orville Bright Elementary School after some posted on social media threatening to harm the children behind the attack. Several police officers showed up blocking the entrance of the school to protect kids inside. Chicago Police District Council member Joseph Williams was also talking with them.
We're going to make sure that this school leadership steps up and that they put a safety plan in place, that they put any plan they need to put in place to make sure that these babies feel secure.
See? And I remember they came up with one. Okay, hold on, let me think about this. No, you used to have to, in order to take the bus home, you had to live. I remember what school I went to. If you did, only way you could take the bus home is if you lived a certain amount of miles away. Now the bus was something different. Yeah, it wasn't a whole lot of fights on the bus, but I do be seeing them videos on TikTok and Instagram of these kids fighting on the bus or fighting the bus drivers. The bus was pretty straight when I was young. It's a little wild now. But the only way you can get on the bus and not have to walk home is if you stay really far. They used to have buses. That just depends on what school you went to, though. I'm just trying to think, what could they do with this? But they had to damn sure be walking distance from the school. Because if you look at this school right across the street, it's houses and shit.
Bullying should have a zero tolerance behind it.
We reached out to Chicago Public Schools.
I'm just wondering what they could implement besides more police. These kids just gonna go to the alleys. I mean, they just gonna move around. I'm not sure what they can do, man. Just harsh consequences, probably. If the consequences are extremely harsh, then maybe things will change. But I don't know I really don't know what they can do to implement. Because if I'm talking about, I'm like 3-4 generations before these kids. So. And if it was happening in my generation, I know it's happening in theirs. I know they couldn't stop it in my generation. And now, what the fuck? You know, what the hell? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Mandatory summer school? That would suck, but I don't know. I don't know what they can do. You got to stop single motherhood at the root. Gotta stop single motherhood at the root. You know, and for these activists to be coming out right now as if like this is a new problem, that's what kind of pisses me off. Like, bro, you grew up out here. You know this is how this shit goes, man. You only reacting like this because it's going viral.
I'm thinking about these little.
And it's crazy, and it's sad at the same time that it takes viral videos like this. It takes viral videos like this to bring some type of change and awareness.
I'm thinking about the victims. I'm thinking about these little children who I just saw. They're terrified. They're traumatized.
He better not be talking about the kids that was doing the fighting. You better be talking about that lady's kids.
Crowds gathering outside an elementary school after a mother and her children were beaten by other kids. These parents in the South Deering community want consequences. Good afternoon, I'm Dina Baer.
I'm Patrick Ellen. That attack was recorded and posted to social media. Winnie Dorch has been following the story all morning and has talked with those involved.
Good afternoon. Well, the adults who showed up to the school this morning say while they're shocked, they're not surprised. They're demanding accountability, saying the students involved should be expelled. Now,
the mothers of those children should be charged. They are liable for all damages. They are liable. Because again, the best thing that happened for this woman is that FBA stood up and got her a new place to live. She cannot be in that neighborhood. I don't think she could be in Chicago. Because if you just move to another side of Chicago, these kids smart. Oh, you that little boy that got to get that? Okay, cool. They're going to start the shit with them over on the west side. Start the shit with them over on the east side. You know what I'm saying? Start that shit with them over in the suburbs somewhere, Dalton or somewhere. You got to move them to Wisconsin or Iowa or something, man.
I want to warn you, we will show you that video, but it may be too disturbing to watch, but it also explains why so many people are upset.
This is how we show up. Justice, peace.
Somebody donated her a car, man. Man, niggas showed up. You know what I'm saying? You know what was crazy too? Black folks showed up for that girl. She had that son, it was a Tyshawn Lee. I don't know if y'all remember this story. It was a story of a little boy named Tyshawn Lee. And oh, okay, that's what it was. His daddy stole some money for some heavy niggas in the city on the drug side. But like when the story was first brought out, it was a little boy got murdered execution style in the alley and got lured in the alley to play basketball by some older cats. And when he went back there, they murdered him execution style. This was on like the southwest side, Ashland area, Foster Park area, I want to say Foster Park. And the girl, they raised a bunch of money on the GoFundMe. She got a car and she was taking trips. And I seen her around too. I actually saw the girl. Saw her ass in the community. I was like, that's the old girl. And she was balling out and this, and this. And she just spent the money, was balling out while they killed her son. And the father, he ended up going to jail for murder for having a shootout with the niggas that shot his son or something like that. It's just an all-around messy story. When I found out it was all of Gresham, okay, it was Gresham then. Not too far from Foster Park if you go all the way down past Ashland or whatever. I know what you're talking about though. Before Ashland then. Vincennes. So by the Vincennes area and shit like that. Okay. So but the real story from the streets is that the father stole some money, over like 60 bands or something like that, and wasn't giving it up. Something like that. And they murked this shorty over that money. You know what I'm saying? But the news was just making it seem like it was just like some random thing. It was like, oh, this was like vengeance. It was crazy, man. But the girl was out ratchet. Then was even more crazy. She was shooting like OnlyFans type of content videos, twerking in hotel rooms and wearing like lace. She was, oh my God, body is just pop dookie. She was shooting videos. Say 79th and Damon, whatever. Her body was pop dookie, and she was shooting videos. I mean, she was living it up off that money, man. You know what I'm saying? In the club, going crazy, tricking. She got a lot of money off of GoFundMe for that, man. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think she did nothing righteous with it. Jap, those kids and their parents have to leave Chicago too. Yes. But here's the thing. The kids' parents only got to worry about activists and protesters and stuff like that. I don't think no immediate violence or danger is going to be coming their way by the community, because this is a terrible community that only, celebrates, evil acts. They prey on the weak. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that they have to really move like that. It would make sense if the community had moral character like that and they was going to actually do some damage or some harm to them. Them kids, they was the bullies and they had a whole team. Like, you only caught about 3 of them. They roll like that. I'm going to show you on the second half of the show. So I don't really see that being a factor for them as much. They just have to worry about like WGN being in their face, or, the news, Channel 9 being all in their face all the time, and, being spotted, But other than that, the only people who really going to be in danger, who going to get picked on and bullied on, and it's going to be the kids that got abused and that mother. They are in immediate danger. Like, they couldn't sleep another day in that home that they was at. Everybody knew where they lived, all that. You talking about Chicago, people who shoot up houses, they throwing Mazel Tov cocktails, you know what I'm saying? If they saw her walk out, she just want to go to the corner store, go get her some cigarettes. It's up. The other mothers will come looking for her. Nah, they not safe. They not safe at all.
Chicago police escorted 33-year-old Corshonda Hatter into Orville T. Bright Public School Tuesday morning for a meeting with officials. A sea of supporters gathered around her, chanting.
Now, they gonna get towed up on Facebook and stuff like that from the so-called fake-ass moral single mothers coming out. But other than that, man, I think they straight. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's just Chicago. I just know how it goes. I don't really see nothing happening to them like that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to still keep their Section 8. Niggas it's going to be the same old same. They might change their kids' schools. That's it. Because the school might kick them out just because of the press that they get. Now, I will say that. Them kids ain't going to be able to go to that school no more. They're going to send them to different schools.
The Chicago mom is the focus of this video seen.
Okay. Yeah, we ain't gonna, YouTube be on that flogging.
Side of the street with me, so the way we walk home, just to jump off.
Oh man, hold on. Okay.
Waiting. Just to jump all of us. So I asked my kids to come to the next side of the street with me, so they wouldn't get jumped. So we kept walking. They followed us all the way there, and then they still fought us. They fought my son. They hit my son first.
Oh man, hold on, man. Okay, yeah, we gonna get into all that. We're gonna get into all that when it's time to get into all that.
Chicago police are investigating after a mother and children were attacked by students.
Community members and parents are outraged as the video was posted to social media. Winnie Dorch is in the newsroom with more on the response. Winnie?
Good morning. Well, several people showed up to Orville Bright Public.
I think this video is gonna have Brandon Johnson. Now he's just overly concerned. Brandon Johnson did not have this same tune when those teens were attacking the tourists downtown Chicago and putting them in comas and shit. Talk about some kids do dumb things sometimes. That's what he said exactly. You know, they're not monsters.
The school Tuesday in support of the mother and her children. They are demanding accountability, saying those involved deserve consequences.
Absolutely. Just gut-wrenching. It's appalling.
Mayor Brandon Johnson.
I can't stand this guy. I can't stand this guy. Could y'all please take this mayor from us? Take him away from us, please. Take him away. Just please. Take him to New York, man. Take him to New York with y'all, man. Put him with Mom Donnie, man. You know, get him out of here, man.
Children carrying out such a violent act. There's clearly a need for some intervention there as well.
It was here Monday afternoon near 106.
It's called parenting. It's called parenting. Yeah, he's a useless goofy. Just a useless dumbass. But yeah, man, the mother was speaking, man, and keep in mind that she just got out the hospital. I think she was in the hospital.
They were literally waiting the way we walk home just to jump all of us.
So now we waiting.
Just to jump all.
I don't know, man. Maybe she is kind of slow or something like that. But, you know, I don't know.
So I asked my kids to come to the next side of the street with me, so they wouldn't get jumped. So we kept walking. They followed us all the way there, and then they still fought us. They fought my son, hit my son first.
That's smart.
Then they dragged me in the grass and pulled my.
This is the scary part, man. It be women like this, you know, who not the most articulate and stuff like that, but create life. I'm like, man, we got to really evaluate, man, these women that's having babies. Like, what the hell?
And I have video footage of that. Yes, we do. Everybody. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you deserve it.
Juvenile. How do you feel about it? Yeah.
They need to be, mamas need to go to jail too.
I appreciate everybody.
That's all FBA folks out there. And I know how they talk. I ain't hearing no tether.
The mamas got the kids in the garbage. What you talking about?
I'm here. I'm thankful for everybody that came out here. Justice and juvenile.
This is how we come together.
Yes.
Where is, what's my man's name, man? Where's dude? Jedediah. Where is Jedediah? Where is Jedediah, man? We got to get Jedediah out here, man. He would have turned up on them kids' mama and the school.
Wait. The father want to say something, y'all. This the daddy.
He should have been out there with him. That nigga look like he about 6'3".
And once we get them out of here, it'll be a better one.
Where is Jedediah, man? Man, man, the way he turned up on Tiffany here, man, come on, man.
We need somebody from the school out here too. Where they at?
Give her a gift. She's trying to give her a gift. That's something for you, baby.
Yeah, Jedediah would have got on Brandon Johnson there. Jedediah is not for the jokes, the games, or any of the bull. Jedediah, man. Shout out to Jedediah, man. The best to ever do it, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to the Black Cookout Association. I need a shirt. I'm gonna find that nigga on Instagram. I'm gonna inbox that nigga, man. Joe, man, I need a shirt, man. What, mama don't look too bad though. Man, what's wrong with you, man? It ain't that cold out here where you just extra horny, where you just hitting anything. Stop it, man. Niggas is nasty perverts, man. Pervert. At least you're not gay. Could be worse. You know, you could be, dreaming of Fleece Johnson or something.
Blessings, my bro. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, man. Salute to the FBAs. They donated a car, got a new place to stay. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to little Zay Osama, getting the kids Christmas gifts. You know what I'm saying? I hope she moves into a better area. You know, move her ass to Section 8 in Beverly somewhere or something, man. Something. Move to Wisconsin. Iowa. I don't be hearing a lot about Iowa. There's meth heads and shit. But no, they put her in the hospital, man. Them little 8th graders put this woman in the hospital, bro.
These are my only 2 kids right here.
So she in the hospital. And we don't watch the video. They beat her pretty bad, man.
I'm not pregnant. These are my only 2 kids right here. But she don't have a baby. I just don't put.
And so she's not pregnant.
Shit on Facebook, like real shit that I go through every day in life. I don't post that on Facebook because people like to use that against you. So I try to keep shit to myself. I don't even got nobody to vent to. I don't got friends. I don't trust nobody. I don't know what it is, what they want to do with my son, but my son is very friendly. Like he not the type that likes to fight. He's not a fighter. Yeah, he okay. He right here. Just smacked him very hard.
I think after hearing her talk, I think a lot of that has something to do with the medication or whatever, or maybe she was discombobulated when she was talking in front of the school, because she sounds way better and more coherent and speaking here in the hospital. So I think a lot of that shit either had to do with medication or lack of to why she was sounding all slurred like that. Or, need of medication or whatever. Where she sounds a lot clearer here in the hospital bed.
I'm pregnant. These are my only 2 kids right here. But she don't have a baby. I just don't put shit on Facebook, like real shit that I go through every day in life. I don't post that on Facebook because people like to use that against you. So I try to keep shit to myself. I don't even got nobody to vent to. I don't got friends. I don't trust nobody. I don't know what it is, what they want to do with my son, but my son is very friendly. Like he not the type that likes to fight. He's not a fighter. Yeah, he okay. He right here. Just smacked him very hard, and I couldn't get it. I couldn't move my son at the moment because I had my daughter standing in front of me. If I move my daughter or move any kind of way, I don't know what these kids trying to do.
Hey, man, you're lucky this wasn't high school, because these kids got guns and they listening to King Von. You know what I'm saying? And it would have just got crazy. They walking around with shiesty mask on. You know what I'm saying? I don't care, man. Deport these kids, man. Deport these kids, man. But yeah, man. Shout out to FBA, man, for stepping up and helping that woman out. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to walk her kid home from school being bullied. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Crazy. But these ghetto moms that raise these little bastards, man, even worse. Even worse. No accountability. This
City of Chicago looking for.
This one of the mamas or one of the badass kids.
You know the whole city of Chicago looking for you, right? You and your little friends. Cause
they always trying to get their little viral moment. She didn't put the little filter on her face. Funky feet ass.
You know the whole city of Chicago looking for you, right? You and your little friends. Because you was grown yesterday. You were grown. And you was going to jump somebody. So now they looking for you. You know that, right? You know I'm not helping you, right?
You know I'm not helping you, right? You know you're not raising them, right? You know you're not raising them, right? These kids, man, they doomed. The black single mother is a death wish, a death sentence. You're doomed. These women don't love these kids or care about them. I know plenty of women who got their kids taken from them. What they doing? Still in the club, looking good as hell, posting on Instagram, posting on Facebook, not telling nobody that they had kids before, and their kids, they don't got custody. I know women who hide their kids from dudes that they dating. Hide their kids from the world. Kids staying with their grandmama and shit, Mississippi. You still out here, you know what I'm saying, living like a young bitch. Pushing 40-something. Still out here, ain't even raised your kids. Still want a Mother's Day gift, though. Bitch, get the fuck on.
This is an update, y'all. I want y'all to meet Kamara.
See, this is what the single mother produced. This is what she raised.
This is an update, y'all. I want y'all to meet Kamira. She is one of the children that was a part of the fight at OT Bright School on
one of the little attackers.
Yesterday. We're just coming live so she can say her piece and take accountability. I won't say too much. And please, anyone that decides to say anything, keep it respectful. This is the child.
Hey, my name is Kamira Grant, and
see, why not go see the mother and apologize? See, a real parent would have drugged their kid over there to apologize to the mother, family, not the internet. But see, that's not what the black woman does. She's in it for the clout. She's trying to get her interview in. You know, you don't owe us an apology. First, you owe that woman and those kids an apology. First thing you should have been doing is dragging your kids where they live at, ringing the doorbell. I'm sorry to bother you. This is my little daughter that was over here. Just want to tell you, can we come sit down because he got something you want to say? And this is not how I raised them. That's how that's supposed to go when you parent. Not Facebook Live. You know?
This shit been going on.
Now, the people, see, I'm torn between what the brother said. He say maybe they're going to have to move these mothers or those kids out of there. Just the projects here. Because the people going out there going live, but I don't know if they're going to get violent.
This shit been going on. Yes, they said that the mama been kicked out. The mama been squatting in the buildings. Not the mama that got jumped on, but the parents of the little boy. They say the boys and the other girl. They say the mama 30 years old with 5 kids.
God! 30 years old with 5 kids.
And this been happening. They like the summer been peaceful. The whole summer was peaceful until they brought their ass back over here. And the mamas and grandma been squatting. They said they burnt the grandma house on fire. The grandma used to stay in one of these. So they said the grandma, they was smoking in the house and burnt the grandma house out. So you know they trying to put the grandma out. And then they been put the mama out. So the mama been over here in these apartments squatting. So it's a sad situation, but get your kids. They say she 30 with 5 kids. Like it's too many resources out here for you to be, allowing your kids to live the way you live. They say the house nasty and everything. One of the ladies also said that she opened her house up to the kids over here if they need like ranch hot sauce, they hungry, whatever. Her husband mentor the kids. But she stopped letting them come because one of the daughters is disrespectful and she's 12 years old. And the mama just be out here drunk, high, popping pills, all type of stuff.
Letting the kids get ranch and hot sauce and mentor.
Get your kids. She 30. They say she 30 with 5 kids. Like it's too many resources out here for you to be, allowing your kids to live the way you live. They say the house name.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is Chicago. This is the real authenticity. This is not a joke. This is how this goes out here. That's why I said a lot of y'all like y'all seeing this story and it's like, oh my God, this is crazy. This is normal. There's not going to be a person that you meet who didn't walk home from school and they did not witness this type of stuff. Walking home from school was an adventure of its own.
Nasty and everything. One of the ladies also said that she opened her house up to the kids over here if they need like ranch hot sauce, they hungry, whatever. Her husband.
They need ranch hot sauce. God, we ghetto.
Mentor the kids. But she stopped letting them come because one of the daughters is disrespectful and she's 12 years old. And the mama just be out here drunk, high, popping pills, all type of stuff. So they really, it's a sad situation because they've been squatting. 30 with 5 kids, it's resources out here. You need to just, shit. Mama just don't care. Mama 30 years old with 5 kids, and they said the mama be outside drunk, high, popping pills. They even said that the mama, one of the little boys robbed the library lady.
Fam. Lock them little boys, lock them kids up, man. Save some of the community. Lock them kids up. Jail. Jail.
So how the video originally got out is because the girl that I was just walking with, she live over here and her kids go to this school. She said the little kids came to her house and told her husband.
No, this ain't the gardens, man. This is this over there by the manor. Say this might be the garden. Nah, this ain't the gardens. You could tell the gardens. It's ain't no regular houses around the gardens.
Like, look at this video. And they had the lady phone, and they was trying to do something with, try to sell the lady phone, talking about something. I need me a car. He was like, I'm gonna post a video and make y'all dumb ass go viral. So that's how the video got viral, because they thought they was being funny.
That's what single mothers raise, bro. Chicago is wild, man. Even our protest is wild. They out there protesting, screaming, whoop them kids. I said, man, my city is wild, man. My city is wild, man. It's wild, man. They out there screaming, whoop them kids. Get them, whoop them kids. That trick, whoop that trick. I can't, man. I can't, man. They out there screaming, whoop them kids. They out there screaming, whoop them kids, get them, whoop them kids, get them, whoop them kids. They out there, dog. It's just too ratchet, man. It's just too ratchet. It's just too ratchet, man. Now we got to get into the second part of this lecture where I told y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a few moments. We about to get into the second half of this lecture where we're gonna watch the fights and all that, but we only doing it on Rumble. So I'm going to give y'all a moment. Go on Rumble. I'm about to shut the YouTube stream down. And we still, because we on Rumble right now. We're on Rumble right now. Here is the link. I need my mods. Spam the chat. Spam the chat. We about to get ignorant. We going to Rumble right now. Head over to Rumble. We got some more. I got some real crazy things to show y'all that these kids are doing crimes and moms and oh man, it's about to get ignorant. You know, I wish I could just show it here, but we got to get y'all over there at Rumble, man. Go to Rumble right now. You know what I'm saying? Hit the link. Stop acting stupid. Stupid did it. You know what I'm saying? We'll give y'all a moment. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to shut down the YouTube and we going to roll. Okay, I see y'all coming in on the Rumble. Much love, man. Y'all come over to Rumble. Yeah, you already know. Church check-in. Yeah, man. Listen, if you want to see the rest of this exclusive content, you got to go over to my Rumble page. The link is in the description. Go over to Rumble right now. Uncut, raw, unfiltered, straight cooking. You already know. Migrating over to Rumble, so y'all better follow, subscribe now. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter. Get right or get left.